Atkins Civil 3D video series, Road 5D, BCR, ECR, Swale, flowline elevations. This video illustrates A. Draw flowline arrows in cross gutter, also known as swales and aprons. B. Create top-of-curve flowline labels at BCRs and ECRs. C. Create flowline labels in cross gutter swales. And D. Visually check flowline elevation. Concrete swales, also called cross gutters, are constructed at times across side roads that drains towards the primary road. The flowline elevation at each BCR, ECR, and swale needs to be checked to ensure there is adequate fall along the flow lines. Since only lines and labels are being created, there are no default settings. Draw flowline arrows within the swale on layer C road flowline, which has a color of 142 and an FLS line type. An FLSR line type is also available to reverse direction of the arrows. L. Enter to start line command. First point with snap on. Pick the intersection point of the primary road ETW with a side road ETW. Second point, pick the other ETW endpoint. Escape to stop command. O. Enter to start the offset command. Enter 5 for the offset distance. Pick the line. Move toward the flow line of the swale and pick escape to stop command. Erase the previous line. E. Enter. Pick the line. Enter. Escape to stop command. Reverse the direction of the flow arrows. Pick the line. In Properties palette, pick the line type. Select FLSR. Escape. L. Enter to start a new line command. Pick an endpoint of the flow line. With snap on, pick tangent to the curb face near the BCR, ECR. Escape to stop command. Enter to restart the command. Pick the endpoint of the flow line at the other end of the swale. Pick tangent to the curb face near the other BCR, ECR. Escape to stop line command. Reverse the direction of the flows where needed. Pick the line. Properties palette, pick the current line type, pick FLSR. Convert flow lines to a polyline, PE enter. Pick a flow line, depress enter to convert the flow line to a polyline. Enter J or select join from the drop list. Pick the other flow lines. Enter. Escape to polyline edit command. Pick the flow line. Use properties palette to ensure that the line type generation is enabled. Escape. Draw flowline arrows for curb return at the higher elevation quadrant. L. Enter to start line command. First point with snap on. Pick the angle point in the swale flow line at the higher elevation ETW. Move the cursor parallel with the primary road. With snap off, enter 1.5. Escape to stop command. PL. Enter to start polyline command. With snap on, pick the curb face at the BCR. For the second point, pick the end point of the 1.5 foot line. Escape to stop command. F. Enter to start the fillet command. R. Enter for the fillet radius. 1.4. Enter. Pick the flow line that is parallel with the side road. The direction of the flow arrows are correct. Pick the 1.5 foot line. Escape to stop command. Draw flowline arrows along curb return at lower elevation quadrant. A. Enter to start arc command. First point with snap on. Pick the curve face at the lower quadrant side road BCR. Second point, pick the midpoint of the curb return. Third point, pick the curb face at the ECR on the primary road. O. Enter to start offset command. Enter 0.5 for the offset distance. Pick the line along the curb face and move toward the ETW. Escape to stop command. E. Enter to erase the previous line. Escape to stop command. Reverse the direction of the flow lines. Pick the flow line. In Properties palette, line type. Select FLRS. Move the endpoint of the swale flow line to be tangent to the 0.5 foot offset flow line. Pick the swale flow line, pick the endpoint, move to the arc flow line, and pick when the tangent glyph appears. The monitor shows two viewports with a plan view on top and a profile view on bottom. Create permanent plan view labels for the top of curve flowline elevation at the ECRs on Kincaid at 44 South. Annotate ribbon. Add labels icon top part. Feature. alignment, type, station offset fixed point, label type, TCFL elevation 45 degree. 45D is the angle relative to the x-axis of the dimension leader line extending outward from the ECR. There are also 135D, 225D, and 315D styles. Marker style, dot. Add. For the alignment, select Ken Crown. For label location, with Snap-on, pick the ECR on Kincaid at the southwest corner. For the TC elevation, pick the Kincaid top of curb. For the flow line elevation, pick the Kincaid flow line. You press escape key to stop command. The label is displayed. Change the label style. TCFL elevation 135 degree. Add. Pick the Kincaid crown. Pick the curb face at the ECR on Kincaid. For top of curb, pick the Kincaid right top of curb profile. For flow line, pick the Kincaid right flow line profile. Escape to stop command. Create the top curb flow line elevation labels at the BCRs on 44 South. Label style, TC flow line elevation 45D. Add. For the alignment, pick 44 South center line. For label location, pick the curb face at the southwest BCR. For top of curb elevation, pick the 44 South left top of curb profile. For flow line elevation, pick the 44 South left flow line profile. Escape to stop command. The completed label is shown. Change label style. TC flow line elevation 135D. Add. For the alignment, pick 44 South center line. For label location, pick the curb face at the southeast curb return. For top of curb elevation, pick the 44 South right top of curb profile. For flow line elevation, pick the right flow line profile. Escape. The top of curb shows a question mark, which indicates the point is slightly out of range of the top of curb profile. Pick the label, pick the diamond grip with snap off, move slightly to the south, and pick. Top of curb elevation and flow line elevation are displayed. Create the flow line elevation labels for the Swale at 44 South. Label style, flow line elevation 225D. Add. For the alignment, pick Kincaid crown. For label location with Snap-on, pick the angle point in the Swale flow line at the side road ETW in the southwest quadrant. For flow line elevation, pick the Kincaid right flow line profile. Escape to stop command. Change label style to flow line 315D. Add. Pick the Kincaid crown. For label location, pick the angle point in the Swale flow line at the side road ETW. For elevation, pick the Kincaid right flow line profile. Escape to stop command. The Swale flow line labels are shown. Visually check the flow line elevations to ensure that there is adequate fall from the BCR ECRs on the side road to the Swale. Under normal circumstances, there should be a minimum of 1% fall, or 0.2 feet for a 20-foot curb return radius. The fall from the BCR ECRs along Kincaid are controlled by the Kincaid profile, and in most cases are not an issue. This video is a part of the Civil 3D video series created by Gerald Atkins of Atkins Engineering. Visit www.atkengr.com for instruction manuals, tutorial drawings, template drawings, and Civil 3D videos.